You feel it before you understand it. A strange lightness, as if the world exhales beneath your feet. The pen on your desk lifts, the chair rises, your body begins to float. For the first time in Earth's history, gravity disappears. No warning, no sound, just sudden weightlessness. Everywhere, all at once. And humanity now has 1 hour before gravity returns. What happens next will reshape civilization forever. Gravity is the silent architect of reality. It holds the oceans in their basins, keeps the atmosphere pressed against the ground, drives the tides, the weather, the rhythm of life. It anchors us, protects us, defines us. But imagine, just imagine, if that force vanished for only 60 minutes. Not weakened, not flickering, gone. What would rise? What would break? What would survive? This is the hour when Earth loses its most fundamental force, and the world becomes a place we no longer recognize. Gravity is more than a pull. It is the glue holding everything together. Remove it, and everything that isn't bolted down becomes airborne. Oceans, buildings, soil, cars, animals, people, even the atmosphere itself. Earth would transform from a grounded world into a drifting cloud of objects suspended in mid-air. For this scenario, imagine an impossible anomaly, a cosmic glitch, where Earth's gravitational field is switched off, as if the universe momentarily forgets a rule. For 1 hour, the laws of physics loosen their grip. It begins quietly. At first, the smallest objects drift upward, dust, leaves, loose paper, then heavier things follow. People rise from sidewalks, cars lift from streets, furniture climbs from homes. Panic spreads instantly, not because people are floating, but because they cannot stop themselves. There is no up or down, only drifting. Millions outside, walking, driving, working, now float uncontrollably into the air. Airplanes lose control and begin to spin. Trains lift from their tracks. Boats shoot upward as the water beneath them rises too. Earth becomes a slow-motion explosion. And then the oceans rise. Water obeys gravity as faithfully as we do. Without it, the seas break free. The surface bulges upward like an expanding blue bubble. Billions of tons of water lift into the air, flattening into a massive floating sheet. Ships trapped inside this suspended ocean tumble like toys. Marine life drifts helplessly. Rivers reverse. Dams fail silently. Coastlines vanish, not underwater, but above the ground. The planet becomes a landscape of exposed seabeds and hovering oceans. Meanwhile, the sky begins slipping away. Gravity holds not just objects, but the atmosphere itself. Without it, the air slowly leaks into space. At first, we don't notice. Only a slight drop in air pressure. But after 10 or 15 minutes, breathing becomes harder. The oxygen level falls, clouds unravel, wind disappears, aircraft spin wildly, unable to rely on lift. Birds, built for gravity, cannot control their flight. They drift like leaves among the rising debris. Inside buildings, survival becomes a matter of anchoring. Anyone holding onto a structure stays safe. Anyone who isn't floats away. Rescue workers scramble to secure people. Emergency teams cut cables, tie ropes, fasten straps, anything to anchor drifting bodies to something solid. But outdoors, millions of people rise too quickly to be saved. Cities fill with bodies suspended between skyscrapers. Some collide with floating cars. Others drift quietly into the thinning air. Space agencies broadcast a chilling message: stay indoors, anchor yourselves, gravity will return. But no one knows when or how violently. By the 30-minute mark, Earth is unrecognizable. Cities filled with drifting debris. Oceans suspended above the ground like colossal mirrors. Trees uprooted. Animals drifting across rolling landscapes. Buildings straining against foundations. Inside homes, everything not bolted down floats in silence. Hospitals tie patients to beds. Power lines snap and drift. Wildfires extinguish themselves as smoke rises into the thinning atmosphere. The world is quiet, too quiet, because the greatest danger is still ahead when gravity comes back. No force in the universe switches on gently. When gravity returns, everything suspended above Earth begins to fall. Cars, furniture, rocks, trees, water, pieces of buildings and people. The higher something drifted, the more deadly the fall. Floating oceans collapse in seconds, sending devastating tsunamis across coastlines. Entire fleets of ships crash down like missiles. Whales fall from the sky. Clouds of vapor condense and drop as violent storms. Cities suffer catastrophic impacts as debris slams into streets and rooftops. Roads crack. Towers crumble. The world experiences the largest mass collision event in human history. Yet somehow, amid the destruction, the planet stabilizes. The atmosphere settles back around Earth. Breathable air returns. Waters calm. Objects fall silent. Life persists. Civilization survives the hour without gravity, forever altered but still standing. Could this truly happen? Gravity has never turned off. It is woven into the fabric of space-time. Removing it, even for a moment, would require energies beyond imagination, collapsing stars, supermassive distortions of space-time, or technologies far beyond human reach. But imagining it teaches us something profound. Every breath we take, every step, every raindrop, every heartbeat exists because of this invisible force. Gravity isn't simply a pull. It's the reason the universe doesn't dissolve into chaos. If gravity vanished for 1 hour, humanity would face devastation, yet also a reminder. We live in a universe shaped by forces we cannot see and rarely understand. Forces that hold us together, even when we forget they exist. And so, after the oceans fall, after the sky returns, after the world catches its breath, one question remains. If gravity could disappear for 1 hour, what other forces of the universe could change without warning? And what if the next shift is already on its way?